In visual design, white space is negative space. It's empty, it's blank, it's unmarked, and it makes important items pop out. For example, Google's white background focuses our attention on the search box and the logo. And while we typically ignore it, the white space that surrounds the logo plays a critical role in keeping the design simple, usable, and content-focused. I believe that the fact that most white people inhabit and frequent social spaces that are constructed around white bodies and white ideologies can generate analogous kinds of effects. In white spaces, the whiteness of one's neighbors becomes unremarkable, so it's easy to ignore it. But when whiteness becomes invisible, racial differences start to pop out. Since deviations from whiteness are more easily noticed, the inhabitants of white spaces often overestimate the number of non-white people in their communities. And they often assume that people who are racialized in other ways live in neighborhoods that are dirty, dangerous, or at the very least, strange. The invisibility of whiteness can also trigger feelings of anxiousness when passing through multiracial or non-white spaces. It can trigger increased hostility towards people who are not perceived as white, and it can sustain worries about potential threats to the safety, cleanliness, and familiarity of white spaces. I take these phenomena to be relatively familiar, but my aim in this paper is to draw together research from sociology, cultural psychology, and cognitive neuroscience to provide a new way of thinking about them. More generally, my hope is that this paper can open up ways of linking insights that can be gained from looking down to neuroscience with insights that can be gained by looking out to sociology and cultural psychology.